Jai Gurudev. Good morning, student. Today we'll start Unit 2 solution. So, first of all, what is solution? Solution is nothing but solute plus solvent. The solution is your solute plus solvent. In solution, the solute present in lesser amount and solvent present in the higher amount. Now after that we have types of solution. Now if your solvent is solid, then types of solution should be your solid solution. Similarly, if your solvent is liquid, types of solution is liquid solution. If solvent is gas, types of solution is gaseous solution. So generally in this chapter we talk about solution of two component, and solution of two component is called binary solution. So generally talk about your binary solution in this chapter. Different types of solution we have discussed. Then next term what we are taking, next term is your solubility. Solubility, it is the maximum amount of a substance that is dissolved in a particular solvent, in a specified amount of solvent at a particular temperature. It is the maximum amount of a substance that is dissolved in a particular amount of solvent at a specified temperature. This is what is called your solubility. Now, solubility of common salt, for example, solubility of NaCl in water. If you take water 100 ml at 25 degrees centigrade is 33.3 gram. The maximum 33.3 gram of common salt can be dissolved in 100 ml of water. Now this solubility, the term solubility, is directly proportional to temperature. That is why we have to mention 25 degrees centigrade. So temperature, on temperature the solubility depends. If temperature increases, solubility increases. If temperature decreases, solubility decreases. So after that we will learn the solubility of gas in liquid. Solubility of gas, solubility of gas in liquid. Under that we will read Henry's law. In Henry's law what happens? The solubility of this law you remember properly. Solubility, for example, if I take one container here, if on this piston, if W1 is the weight, this is your solvent and this is the gas. Now gas molecules dissolve, for example in this one gas molecules dissolve, number of gas molecules dissolve 3. Now if I add another weight here, W1, W2, then it is found that the amount of gas dissolved in the liquid increases. So that means what? The solubility of a gas, and this law states that the solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the pressure over the gas. So if pressure is more, solubility is more. So if the solubility of a gas represented by m, mass of the gas solubility m, varies to P, or which implies m equal to Kp. So this is what is called your Henry's law. Now next one we have to read about the applications of Henry's law. So application of Henry's law. Next is application of Henry's law. First application is that in aerated drinks, what happens? There is in aerated drinks, student, what happens? Second application in scuba diving. Third application in high altitude. Sorry. In aerated drinks, what happens? In aerated drinks, the high amount of carbon dioxide makes soluble in solvent by high pressure. That is why when you just open the knob of that cold drinks, there is some carbon dioxide is coming out, forming a hissing sound. So actually carbon dioxide is nothing but carbon dioxide mixed up with the water forming carbonic acid, and which is tangy taste. That is why we get a taste of aerated drinks. In scuba diving, what happens? If you have go down to the sea, then there is pressure is more. When you go at the near about the bottom of the sea, the pressure is more. In that pressure in the body, there is a high amount of oxygen and nitrogen are soluble. When the person want to come out from the sea, the nitrogen also want to release from the body with high speed, and due to the high speed and in the different corners of the body, that get blood vessels or get disrupt, and that physical condition is called bend, BE. And due to this physical condition, person may die, scuba divers may die. To avoid this medical condition, what happens nowadays? Now generally air contains oxygen and nitrogen. Now that one diluted with helium. The oxygen taken instead of 21% is taken 31.1%, nitrogen taken 57%, and 11% helium is taken. So nitrogen, lesser amount of nitrogen is dissolved in the body, so there will be no harm. The high amount initially is 78%, then there will be problem. In the high altitude also, student, when we are going to the high altitude, then the air pressure become low, and due to low air pressure, low amount of oxygen is get soluble in the body, and due to the lack of oxygen, our brain unable to think properly, and that medical condition is called anoxia. And if anoxia happens, then also people are unable to think, people become dizziness and all these things. So these are the applications of Henry's law that you have to note down. These are the applications of Henry's law. Now another application of Henry's law in our lungs. When you inhale the oxygen, nitrogen in the lungs, due to the high pressure that our lungs transport the oxygen to the different blood vessels. So these are the application of Henry's law. Up to this, student, today. After that we will take more.